In a year of disasters, the Acolyte for Disney Star Wars had to be right up there as one of the worst. A $230 million project that was a complete and total failure. The fans were attacked constantly by Lucasfilm, by the mainstream media, by some of the stars involved with this thing. It was a pathetic nightmare. It got destroyed by the audience that actually gave it a chance. But unfortunately for Disney and for Lucasfilm and for Leslie Headland, no one actually watched this piece of shit. And it took Alan Bergman, the co-chair for Disney Entertainment, coming out and saying, yeah, you know what? It was a financial disaster. We couldn't do another season with numbers like this. It didn't justify it in any way. And that really blew the narrative that so many people in the media and so many of the actors involved in this had about this entire shit show. That it had nothing to do with the terrible, record low ratings for a Disney Star Wars show. It had nothing to do with the massive budget. Instead, it was just about those toxic fans getting their way. No. It was a complete and total failure in each and every sense of the word. But now we're finding out just how much Acolyte they wanted to shove down people's throats. The Acolyte creator Leslie Headland planned for 3 seasons and a movie, according to one of the stars. Now, Manny Jacinto, who played Chimere in this, he was at a fan expo or a convention a couple weeks ago. And he essentially said, hey, I don't want to get people's hopes up for anything in the future. I don't want to spoil anything either, though, but we had a lot more planned. I didn't realize the extent of his comments and everything he said about this. Recently, Manny Jacinto, known for his role as Chimere, shed light on Headland's original vision for the show during a panel at Fan Expo. I remember Leslie's dream was for us to do 3 seasons, not just this one, Jacinto said. But there's something about having a finite ending to things that makes it so much more special. So yeah, I don't know if I do it or not, but 3 seasons and a movie would have been incredible. And I know we had so much more to explore with that second season. Could you imagine if they had done 3 seasons of that dog shit and a movie on top of that? Effectively, you'd be talking about $1 billion invested into the Acolyte when it was all said and done, based on how they've spent this money. $1 billion for lesbian woke propaganda. That's effectively what it was. That's not made for Star Wars fans. Instead, it tried to check each and every single diversity checkbox it could. It was made for the writers, not the fans. It was so they could see themselves as this or see themselves in that. And all along the way, virtually everyone associated with this show that actually speaks English attacked the fan base at some point. That's what we saw, especially from Amandla Stenberg herself, with the ridiculous cringe diss track that she released that only made it easier for Disney to cancel this garbage. Well, I'm sorry that it didn't go to plan for you. Just like we predicted, just like we said, from the moment we started finding out about this project that it had nothing to do with honoring George Lucas or making something for the fans, but instead about pushing an agenda, specifically your agenda, we knew it was going to be a nightmare. We knew it was going to be a disaster. The only thing that's shocking is just how bad the show was and how bad the reception was. And the fact that of all the things that we've heard Disney be very quiet about, they actually openly admitted that, yes, in fact, we're canceling this dog shit.